What we're gonna do, man? I gotta remember what I was doing. Oh, FTB lag. Thank you very much for the hydrate. Where's my water? Hold on. Dumpy Don, welcome, welcome. Let me go get my water. All right, I got my water. All right, man. Where we at? Hey, Blue Cactus AI, what's happening? I've been busy and not able to catch the streams. Why are you migrating away from Nginx? I'm using Ingress Nginx and AWS ELB. I want to do, so I run a dedicated server. I'm not on AWS or anything. And I'd like to be able to update my services without bringing them down. And I use Coolify to deploy everything. So every time I have to redeploy something like a new version or whatever, Coolify will stop the service and bring it back up. So there's like 1 minute of downtime. And they say if I want to not have that downtime, I need to either do some weird stuff in Nginx or just use Traffic. And Traffic, I guess, I forget what it told me, man. I'm gonna investigate though. It made sense yesterday, I just don't remember. What's up with 117 on the chair? It's Halo Master Chief's number. It's a dang Halo reference. Hey, Patty Bills, welcome to the party. Yeah, I'm back for today. What are we gonna do, man? We gotta figure out this Nginx stuff. So, Blue Cactus AI, if you wanna see my advisor, what my advisor says, I was asking the AI, like, what's the difference? Let's see, where would I begin to explain? Probably at the top. Sorry, let me just find out your reason, or a reason for you. What did I ask it? I don't even know what I asked it, man. It's been a little bit. Where are the questions? It's like responding to me, but I don't see my. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Actually, I don't know. Told it to make a PR. And then I asked it, is there any way to make this work with Nginx? Hey, Glump, what's happened? I say, yes, we can make this work with Nginx, but Nginx resolves upstream host names once at startup, and it caches the IP. So if I bring that down while Nginx is on, then it will keep pointing to that cached address maybe or something. But then traffic like dynamically updates wherever. I don't really know, man. But it's for rolling updates, basically. And Coolify uses traffic. So that's why I'm migrating. Anyways. So I've been working on TypeBlazer. Wait, I just got hit with ads and getting phone calls. I'm going to check out the VOD. Yeah, it's no big deal, man. It's just for rolling updates, basically. You guys want to see? I did some updates to TypeBlazer for like fixing bugs. But I'm not sure if the bugs are fixed, to be honest. Wait, I wasn't even showing my screen, man. Wait, I am sharing my screen. What am I talking about? I don't know if I'm ready to stream yet, man. Alright, so yesterday, I actually put TypeBlazer up on the World Wide Web instead of just on my machine locally. And some things work, some things don't work, and I was just trying to fix those broken things. I don't think the championship races was working too good. Hey, somebody was racing today. A few people. It's interesting. But here we are, man. There's a lot of UI issues. There's a lot of issues, period, man. Bugs with the typing. I fixed some things so like when you type something wrong, it's more obvious. I think that was probably something that was misleading for a lot of people that tested it yesterday. They couldn't tell when they made a mistake and they kept typing and they're like, oh, I can't type anymore. Why is it not working? But it's because probably there was a typo somewhere that wasn't obvious. So kind of works. You guys want to try it out with a multiplayer race? I don't know if y'all are interested. Maybe it's a bit too early, but there's a link. UI is super clean. Reminds me of Monkey Type. Well, maybe it is inspired by Monkey Type. Hey, I'm the host and I can't start the race. Is that a bug? What the hell is going on here, man? Alright, let me make a note of these issues. Wait, I see the start button. Kesselbear, you stole the thing from me? Alright, you gotta start it, man. Well, we gotta make a note of that issue. Oh shit. It's a little bit crazy. Jesus. Yes, this needs some work. This whole UI needs a lot of work, I think. I think all the ranks and moving is a bit distracting as I'm typing. But it's kind of works. I think the rankings are out of order. Like, look, I'm third with 81, but how is this guest with 79 above me? Wait, I went to YouTube and backed up the vid. Oh yeah. I will check out Traffic and Coolify. Yeah, Coolify is for like dedicated servers. If you're using AWS, I don't think you need to use Coolify for anything. Coolify is for if you just rent a physical server in a data center without all the fancy tooling around those cloud providers. It allows you to like deploy services quickly. All right, so let's try and fix some of these bugs, man. We uncovered a few bugs in that little race. Did anyone feel like the typing was off, or you're stuck in the typing, or anything like that? All right, let me make these issues. The first issue was the person who created a multiplayer race was not the actual owner. I started a multiplayer race, but I was not the owner. Somebody else who joined was able to start the race instead of me. We gotta figure out why. I was creating my account when it started. I was unfairly judged on WPM. Hey, what do you mean by that, Bobby? Like you joined halfway through? Let me create another issue. For multiplayer races, the leaderboards is distracting. Hey, as I'm racing, the main focus should be the passage, but it seems like the main focus is the leaderboard, and it keeps moving and things keep jumping up and down, and it's really distracting while I'm typing. We should try to fix that. It starts abruptly, like after the countdown of only 3 seconds, the words just appear and it's time to type. All right, so I think people don't like that. I think people like to see the passage for a little bit. Multiplayer races start too abruptly. All right, as soon as the countdown finishes, the passage appears somewhere on the screen and then it's go time. Maybe let's change that. So the countdown appears as a translucent overlay and the people can see where the passage is and they can read the passage for like 3 seconds while the countdown is going on. And then after the countdown is finished, it should not appear and then the race can start. All right, 3 new bugs or issues. We should also have a walk-on music with full WWE entrances. Yeah. Oh yes. Who was saying? Panda Poopums was saying. Practice mode, target WPMs. In practice mode or single player, the user should be able to set a target WPMs, and then maybe the text that they correctly type will highlight differently, like a different color to indicate that they've reached that target WPMs. All right, which one should we do first? We got a lot of bugs, man. I think I can close this one. I fixed this yesterday and I forgot to close it. All right, let's tackle some easy ones first. But man, I said I was gonna do the rolling updates with Coolify, but man, let's do that later on. Let's work on the real bugs right now. Let's do 159. I think we'll do that. We'll do a few in parallel, but let's start on 159. Hold up. I didn't even give YouTube people the link to that multiplayer race. My bad. All right, here we go, man. Where are the AIs? All right, I want you to look at Type Blazor and do issue number 159. Was it 159? Yeah. Clear these contexts. I'm gonna leave this context open. I'll actually take it out of here. And, well, I don't know. How do I take this out? Move into a new window. I'll resume that later on. I love the real bugs. What is this bug? Wait, which bug? What is that? I don't necessarily like to debug. Well, I don't like finding the reason for bugs. I like just not having bugs. I cannot sign up from the home page. Which service are you trying to sign up with, Kettle Bear? Some people are saying that it wasn't working too, but I was able to sign up, so maybe something ain't right. Or maybe because I was already signed up, it was all right. Do I have another Twitch account I could try? Or the email password sign up wasn't working, maybe? Email rate limit exceeded. The top bar can be scrolled away. Oh, you want it to stay up there? Well, I didn't really specify, but maybe that should be sticky, right? I might have a bugs report when I'm typing. It seems the color changes randomly. Is that by design? It might be by poorly designed. It's supposed to change based on how fast your WPMs are, but I don't think it's a great system right now. So if you start slow, it kind of cools off to white, but then as you get faster, it's supposed to get more and more red to signify you're blazing, but it doesn't really work that well. Wait, let me try a new one. Hold on. I can't type fast enough to unlock all the levels. Anyways, you get it. Alright, let's try to fix at least some of these bugs. Well, this one is working on 159. Okay, Kettle Bear, that is definitely a bug. I actually have not tested email sign up, so let me fix that right now. Let me make the issue. Email sign up is whack. Hey, I never tested email sign up, and it seems like it's pretty whack. Somebody tried to sign up and they get this error. I cannot sign up without an email. Oh, have you tried the OAuth stuff? Well, if you want to. I've tried them and it works, but maybe it doesn't work for other people. But thank you, Kettle Bear. What's this? What's the stack for this? It's using Vue on the front end, Hono.js for the API, and then it uses C++ on the multiplayer servers. There's 2 different multiplayer servers. Has, what's happening? I just watched a couple of your YouTube videos. Dang. Which ones? Super nice content. Thank you. I don't really like my content, man. I'm not gonna lie. But I would like to make more videos on YouTube, man. I haven't found my flow yet. Roscoe Mojito, thank you very much for the follow. I'm so mentally exhausted on this AI stuff that is coming from everywhere. Am I contributing to that exhaustion? Oh wait, you have such a grounded vibe. But I'm like deep into the AI stuff, man. But I guess I'm not like, I don't care about the future of jobs or worrying, and I don't know. I think everybody's always talking about, oh, AI is gonna take all our jobs, or AI is whack, it doesn't do anything. I'm just kind of playing with it. I'm not trying to predict the future. Yeah, I just don't know, man. I'm just here for the ride. What are you using? Voice? I'm using this thing called Willow Voice. And I think it's really nice because it's a lot easier for me to dump my thoughts by talking than by thinking about what to type and then typing. And then as I'm typing, I'm having second guesses about what I'm typing, and then I backspace. And then it takes like 5 minutes to dump my brain if I'm typing, but it takes like 30 seconds if I'm talking. All right, let's try and tackle email sign up. All right, look at TypeBlazer issues and do number 163. All right, let's look at this plan. What's it gonna do? It's gonna, the owner ID in the server. Did you find it? I always like to ask it, how confident are you this is the problem? All right, what other bugs can we send in parallel? 161 maybe? Is this the button? Yeah. Hey, where's my terminal, man? I split the thing and there's no dang terminal there. That's crazy. Did you see Anthropic's blog post on the white paper that shows there is actual cognitive decline when offloading the bulk of thinking to AI? I have not seen that. That's interesting. But that's why I leak code as well, man. I leak code to keep my cognitive, I don't know what you call my strengths up there, trained properly. And then I just offload the bulk of my other stuff to AI. So it's like I get the best of both worlds, man. Isn't that biology just in a nutshell? You don't use muscle, you lose muscle. Yeah, I guess so. I think they also say like old people that do puzzles or stuff as they're like in their 80s and 90s, they stay like mentally sharp a lot longer than maybe an old person that just doesn't think, or you know, they just watch TV or something. So that's why I like to leak code, man. It keeps me sharp, I think. Anthropic just raised 30 billion, so hopefully the prices continue to come down. What do you mean the prices come down, man? I think the prices are so low right now. With what they're offering for what you can get for $200 a month. Who knows? Maybe I'm just delusional, but I feel it's such great value, man. It's like a no-brainer to just pay $100 or $200 for this. I don't think it can go any lower, to be honest. Does that mean leak code prevents dementia? Hey, maybe. Yeah, it doesn't cause dementia. There are links that playing SC2, StarCraft 2 keeps your brain healthier or something like that. Prices, yeah, I feel prices are gonna rise drastically. Anthropic has the most expensive models. I guess expensive to other companies, but I don't think it's expensive for the value that you get out of it, you know? So I'd imagine leak code or just doing DSA stuff is in general good. Yeah, I'd imagine. All right, let's see what it says. I asked it how confident it was. Where's their answer? It didn't answer me. Oh yeah. Very high confidence that this fix is correct. Well, I trust that, man. 95%, I'll take it. Leak code is good. Simon's secret project is even better. I don't know if it's better, but I'm trying. I would imagine they're still at the startup phase, so discount prices to get users. And yeah, that's what I imagine too, man. It was fun to try out that Claude extension for Chrome. Can connect to LeetCode and solve problems for you. Yeah, but you can do that already without the extension. Just copy and paste. But what's the point of that, man? Sergio Master, what's happening? I have a live coding interview on Tuesday and they let me use AI. It's crazy. What is that AI round like? Are you just going to be building a feature with AI? Or do you mean like you're doing algorithms and you can ask AI for advice? Hey Q, what's happening, man? They're subsidizing the token cost now, but at the market, as the market expands, economies of scale will bring down the cost. Blue Cactus AI, I'm not sure I think that will happen, but I guess we'll see. I think if anything, the costs are gonna go up. But who knows? Who knows, man? No idea. They say it can be kind of LeetCode, but it's not LeetCode. It's just see how I think and communicate. Interesting. So maybe it's not like algorithm heavy, but you do have to solve some type of problem. Hey, Chi Impacts. How you doing, man? I've been away for a while, and it seems you're away too, man. Hope everything's going all right. Hey, Q Ultimus, thank you very much for the sub. All right, here we go. Q Ultimus. Hey, Chichi, I've moved. I'm no longer in New York, and now I'm in an undisclosed location. But I have my new studio here, man. It's real nice. I live in a nice house now, and I'll be here until the money runs out. Look at my studio. Yeah, I made the move, man. I got all these plants and stuff. Yeah, Fluffy, the bunker. That's what my wife calls it. My wife says it feels like we live in a dang underground bunker in this house. I mean, this is the basement, but still, we're like doomsday preppers almost. Just out here trading stonks. Hey, nice. I mean, you're pretty good at that, so maybe I would do that if I was good. But I just lose money. All right, what are we doing? Drinking Monkey, what's happening? We are... Hey, Chi-Chi, have you been vibe coding, man? Or what's your... Have you played with it? Have you tried to make anything? You use Claude Code at work? Hey, I don't have a job, man. So, well, maybe this is my job. So yeah, I use Claude Code extensively in my personal life. And I guess this is my job, you know. Hey, what was this bug? Email rate exceeds. I think I'll just tell it to accept. I left my job in January, but when I was there, I was vibe coding. Now I don't really code. I see. Dang. I guess everybody's vibe coding, man. You're not at Google? No, I left Google a few months ago, back in November. I was there for 4 years, and it was time to move on. It wasn't because I hated the people I worked with or anything like that, man. I actually really liked them. I was just bored of the work and I wanted to do something else. This is kind of my understanding of how markets work. Pretty sure Sam Altman said the cost will come down by 100% in the town hall. That's insane, man. Isn't OpenAI like just burning through money? How are they gonna cut costs? They haven't even made money yet. Anyways, I'm just a scrub living in a basement, man. What do I know about global markets, you know? He said 100x. Dang. So that means AI free for everybody? Pretty much. You just gotta pay $1 a month. I mean, it's possible. That would be a crazy time if everybody just had access to AI like that. The value better gets generated soon or this bubble will pop. Hey, imagine if that actually came true and all like the most advanced LLMs are available to you for $1 a month. And everybody in the whole world has access to these things, man. Even kids in African villages and third world countries can afford $1 a month. What would that situation look like, you know? I wonder how it would be. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Exactly, with Starlink and economies of scale, we can do it. Massive productivity boost. It sounds kind of like a fairy tale to me, man, but I'm no expert. If the bubble pops, a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money. Yeah, Q. I think that's what happens if bubbles pop. Hopefully, it doesn't disrupt everything. Massive abundance of products and services. In that scenario, I would encourage software engineers to never work for a company where they do not have voting shares ever again, and the entire industry into a guild or consultancy centric dynamic. They're never going to pay you your worth in productivity. Yeah, I haven't given it too much thought. Leem Sigsi, what's happened? No, really, because $1 a month for US is so little, but for people that earn $10 a month, all right, maybe not literally everybody in the whole world who, you know, don't even make $1 a month, but man, I think $1 a month is affordable across the world. Even I don't know if there's anybody out there making $10 a month, man, and like living by $10 a month, unless it's some extreme scenario, you know, like I'd say 99%, I'm just making up numbers, 99% of people who live on a working salary or something is probably more than $10 a month. Even like some of the cheapest places to live in the world with like infrastructure and stuff, you're making more than $10 a month. If you make $10 a month, $1 a month is still nice with the world's knowledge database. Yeah. This is already the case, but if AI gets that cheap, then it'd be such an imbalance. We gotta just make sure that employees have voting rights and we own the robots. Man, employees are always gonna be scrubs, man. No way employees are gonna be granted all these crazy powers. Not in our lifetimes, right? They've held us down forever. Why are they gonna free us now and empower us? That's a crazy thought, man. You guys are super optimistic, but I like it. I like that optimism. I think I'm more of a doomer than optimist with the future, man. It feels the world is getting more and more what all those dystopian science fiction movies always predict. Feels like we're heading in that direction, man, but who knows? Instead of a utopia, you know. But maybe we just land somewhere in the middle. Wait, OpenAI is spending 1.4 trillion on data centers, but only making 20 billion a year. They need to grow bigger than Google's entire revenue just to break even. So call me pessimistic, but the math ain't mathing right now. That's generally how I feel, but you never know. I think, though, with so many people outsourcing their work to AI, we're going to have... Wait, why can't I read, man? We're going to have inevitable model decay across the board because of the percentage of training data coming from LLMs. Maybe we're gonna have to come up with some other strategy. I suppose if we assume that we stay on the path that we're on that works today, but maybe as time goes on, we adjust what data trains the LLMs or something, I'm sure we'll adjust. So we're never going to get new Terminator movie. Wait, so we are going to get a new Terminator movie, but in real life, I think so, man. There's probably Terminator robots out there right now. I wouldn't be surprised. There's a dang small SEAL Team 6 of dang humanoid robots ready to get deployed in a few years. Doomer View, we stop reading code and it gets so complicated we don't understand, and AI adds backdoors not aligned with humans. Hey, maybe. If anything, they will try to pin people down like sheep using AI as our overlords. Hey, Q, I think I agree with you the most here right now, man. I think that's what's going to happen to us a little bit. I don't strongly believe it, but I believe that more than is likely, more than like the $1 a month thing. Do you work trees when using multiple Claude tabs? Gantana, I absolutely use work trees. In the beginning, I didn't, and it was probably the biggest mistake I did in the beginning, because I don't know if you know about work trees. Clearly, you do. So I don't know if I'm preaching to the choir here, but work trees are sick. Allows you to work in parallel without getting too many conflicts. Okay, so what is happening? Ready for... All right. Commit your changes and make a PR. What are work trees? Hey, that's crazy. I mean, I didn't know what work trees are until I started using AI. But work trees, it's like making a copy of your repository in an efficient way. I guess you use some type of tree under the hood. So you can have, let me show you. So look at all these folders. Type Blazor is like one repository. But all of these other 4 ones right here, these are work trees that branch from Type Blazor. And it allows an agent to work independently in each of these directories without stepping on the other's toes if they're working in another branch. Like if you only had one repo, one folder, one repository thing, you can't check out 2 branches at the same time. You can only check out one branch. But with work trees, you can have each of these on a different branch. Then they have to merge, but at least the AIs will be aware of what the other AIs are working on in the other work trees. And it's the same thing in real life too. If you have people working on the same file, both working on some feature, a merge conflict is inevitable. So it's concurrency. It's not necessarily concurrency, but it facilitates AI concurrency, working on the same repo. They merge to the original, which is the branch you are working from. Yes. So if you're using AI and you want to start to parallelize your AI stuff and having it working on different bugs, I'd say it is highly recommended to use work trees. There's another way. You can just clone 2 versions of the repo, man. I could just copy Type Blazor and have Type Blazor 2 and have those two agents working in each folder independently. But that's not as efficient because it has to make a complete copy of the code base twice. And then now, unless the agents are constantly pushing, they have no idea what each other are working on. But if you use work trees, I think all the similar stuff is only once. Like it's not duplicated everything. Only the changes are branch off. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a really large code base or something, it's way more efficient. And then another big plus is the AIs are aware of what each other is doing in those separate work trees. So they can coordinate a lot easier. I did a video on YouTube on how I'm thinking about work trees, managing many work trees and passing state between them and keeping them sandbox is future, I think. Yeah, this seems to be the workflow for many people in AI. I'm old school. I only let one agent work on a thing at a time. I like doing that sometimes. It helps me focus more on like the results. Sometimes I find if I'm having 3 or 4 agents work, it's hard for me to keep up, and I just blindly accept the AI slop, and then I just go with it. But if I have only one agent, I pay a lot more attention. But I think there is some balance between like running more agents at once and also like checking your work. I don't know. How do the agents handle merge conflicts between multiple changes? They figure it out, man. Same way humans figure it out. But whenever I give my agents a task to work on, I try to make them work on somewhat separated issues. So if I have 3 issues all in the same exact location in my code base, maybe I won't parallelize those tasks. Maybe I will do them sequentially and find another bug that is like better to parallelize. I lose context in my head with too many. Yeah. How do you spawn multiple work trees? So in my Claude, well, not in my Claude, in my memory file, I have like instructions on how the AI should use work trees. And I actually have them, I'll share my Midnight Simon memory file. I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you? Let me see. Human-wise, I also do prefer working on one thing at a time. Yeah. Me too. When doing serious work on production, I just stare one agent. All right, sometimes I find it nice to have multiple agents when one agent is working on an issue that's gonna take them 15, 20, 30 minutes long. Then that gives me time to like actually set up the next agent and give them good instructions. Probably having multiple agents in parallel is probably not cost efficient in terms of token. I don't think lots of people think about token efficiency when you're on the flat rate plan. Simon, I realize that Claude causes a lot of tech debt. Can you ask your main agent something like, please look at the current code and state of the project and tell me what tech debt there is and what priority it is. Hey, don't defense. I've done that 2 times now on TypeBlazer. And I've addressed a lot of those things, but there is a lot of other stuff. How many did it find? Let me try. There's a lot of issues, man. So anything in my GitHub issues labeled low or whatever, let me look at my closed issues. So it created a bunch of issues in each repository. I have 4 different repos for this one project. Side note, man, I'm thinking my next project, I don't know if I'm going to create multiple repos. I might just use one mono repo and have everything in there. Maybe it's the way to go, but I'm not sure. I've just been experimenting with different setups, you know. Mono repo is the way to go. Yeah, I'm thinking that, man. I think managing 4 different things is a pain in the ass. But anyways, I did a few audits and like it would create these things. So what I did, I had the AI go and audit my code and create all the bugs and only create the bugs, not try to solve them or anything. And then I had another agent go through every bug that other agent created one at a time and write a design plan and post it as a comment. And then clear its context and go to the next bug, write a design plan. So I did that for every bug that the AI created. And then I had another agent go in and on those bugs, read the design plan and implement it. and it seems to have done something, man. My problem is I don't know what to build anymore, but it's so fun. Hey, that's a good problem to have. I'm also, well, I have so many ideas of things I want to build, man. But I'm starting with these things, you know. The collection of website now is so complex and good. I don't know what you mean by that, but yeah. Legendary vibe workflow. Hey, I don't know how effective this was, but I imagine it probably fixed a lot of bugs. All right, let's do Typeracer, and then let's try and. Hey, do you want to try Type Blazer? Oh, the game collection website. I see. All right, we can do this Type Blazer instead of a Typeracer. I wait until I didn't see Fluffy anymore. All right, there are some bugs in this, so I'm not sure if I want to do this, but I'll do it, man. Wait, let me sign in. Let me sign in. Can I get a refund? Hey, I might be willing to refund you just because we're gonna do this on Type Blazer. All right, here we go. So there was a bug earlier where some people that join, they're able to take over my room, but it seems like this time it didn't trigger. All right, here we're gonna test out a multiplayer Type Blazer now. It's kind of jank, so I'd be very appreciative if you gave me your feedback on things I should change. I have already a few bugs to address some issues that you'd probably say. But here we go, man. That was kind of hard. Not gonna lie. All right, so my rankings are out of order. We already know that. Failed to join. Dang. What the hell? Yeah. All right. I'll try to fail to join. I wonder why that would happen. Make an issue. So that was just a warm up. Maybe we'll do the championship race on Typeracer. I don't know any more details, but this person failed to join the multiplayer room. Yeah, I have a bug to show the passage beforehand. So these are, let me show you the bugs real quick. I say the leaderboards are a little bit distracting. That's one bug. Multiplayer races start too abruptly. I think we should give a little peek at the passage, but maybe not forever, so you can't cache everything in memory. And then multiplayer room user failed to join. Make another Type Blazer room. You want to race at least once. All right, let's try it. Hey, Chromantic King, blessings and salutations to you, good sir. We're working on my typing game, Type Blazer. Here is, let me send the link. Maybe better to have the passage above the leaderboard. Yes, I think so. We're gonna work on these bugs today, man. I am absolutely aware that whatever UI I have right now is not that great. And I do want to improve it. But here we go, man. Another Type Blazer. These passages are a little bit hard too because they have numbers and they have like fancy words in them that I don't type very often. Hey, how the hell did it show me as number? Yeah, there's a bug for the leaderboards being whack as well. I feel like I have to constantly look down to type. You mean down at the passage or what? Hey, only 6 people finished or what happened there? I don't like not having a text box. All right. We will make notes of everything here. Maybe have an it can be confusing if we don't see what we're typing and we can only see the correct passage. It might be useful to have a text box to show exactly what you're outputting somewhere. Yeah, it's on the bottom of the page. All right, let's address some of these issues right now. Like, I'd say 160 is a big one for UI. The main focus should be the passage, but it seems the main focus is the leaderboard. That's what I told it. It's harder for your brain to figure out where you messed up without a text box. I think the colors of the text are too neon. The movement of the racers is updated too often, so it seems like it's doing a seizure. Yes, I have tried to capture that, but I think you described it well. Let's see how we can change it though. Hey, did that type racer count? Should I put Fluffy up with 133? Or should we just refund? Or are you gonna do one real type racer? Maybe we could apply some good reading color layouts. There's a whole science based on what colors pop against the others. Alright, let's make an issue for that. Improve the color schemes, especially for the typing theme, like what color is right, what color is wrong. Let's study up all the science around what colors go on what colors, especially for the background that we have. And let's try to create the scientifically best color scheme. Digital Drummer J, happy Friday to you, man. Refund and put him up instead of the man, I don't even know how to refund. It's too much work to refund, man. I don't even know like where to click. You should create typing color themes. Hey, there is a theme, man. I don't think it's on the multiplayer thing, but you can choose all of these. They're not all very interesting. Some of them look the same, actually. Horizon. I think you can configure this somewhere else too. I don't remember where though. Maybe not, actually. But yeah, I'm trying to make it so you can pick whatever theme you want. But I don't think the themes are that good yet, man. Add a character that is smoking something, and the more he types the passage, the more smoked it is. People can pay to. Oh, that's a good idea. Don't defense. Let me put that as an issue. So instead of like trying to mess with the passage text glowing more as you're like bumping, maybe everybody just has an avatar on the side, and you can see them, or you know, change, do more crazy things. I don't know yet. That seems like an interesting idea though. Add some type of personalization and avatars. I had some type, man. Add some type. Jeez. Something I just noticed in the single player mode, it lets you make a mistake and then type like 8 characters or so before stopping the carrot. This means you can mess up one word and type the next one correctly and it won't keep going, which is pretty confusing. Yes, I have it, Fluffy, I have it. So if you make a mistake, you can't proceed more than like 10 characters ahead of the mistake or something. So I'm not sure if that's the way to go. That's what TypeRacer does, I think. I was just copying that, to be honest. Let me check on TypeRacer real quick. Can I just do a practice mode? See, like, after you mess up, then... Oh, you know what's different, though? Wherever it starts messing up, then it highlights everything red. But in TypeBlazer, it will only highlight that one character red. So maybe that's something I can implement as well. How many users did you get? I don't know, man. Whoever is in the chat right now. This isn't like a live project that's launched and ads are rolling, man. It's basically a test. I wouldn't even say this is a beta. This is literally a super mega duper alpha test. Send 10% stock in TypeBlazer company. About $0 then. Damn, we still got that bug reports issue. Alright, I gotta fix that again. But anyway, I'm gonna show you how I mess up. Then I type the right things. It only highlights the actual mistake, but TypeRacer highlights like everything here since your mistake. So perhaps we should simulate that, since TypeRacer has been around for like 20 years, man. Fix the way we display errors. So if we make a mistake in TypeBlazer, only that specific character is highlighted as red as a mistake. Let's change that so everything that you type since your mistake will show up as a mistake. There's a lot of bugs to fix, man. What kind of mic do I have? I have a Sennheiser. Picks your voice up so far away. It's not far away, man. Steven Sagiball, what's happening? It's literally like right in front of my face. The tip of the mic is right here. Like I'm touching it right now. I just flicked it. I hope that wasn't loud. Anyone want to race? Failed to join room. What the hell, man? What kind of bogus website is this? We gotta fix that, man. Should I mega backdoor? I think you should. I never did it, and maybe I don't know how it works either. But I think it works like you just contribute everything, all of your salary. You just contribute that, man, and you just live off of RSUs. But I'm not sure. I think because the race starts already. Interesting. What transcribing software? I use Willow. Jest. Roth? Yeah, I don't know what Steven... Yeah, Mega Backdoor Roth? Who knows what those techniques are. So you should let people join even after the race started. Yes. Don't defense. You are uncovering a lot of issues that we need to address. We should think about how these multiplayer rooms work, and we should allow people to join the room even after the race has started. But perhaps they can't participate in that race, but they could join as a spectator and join the next race. I'm not even sure if multiple races can be happened or halved or done. I don't know what. Can be halved, can happen in the same room. Let's figure it out. Timer should be 10 seconds. Instead, all right, maybe not 10. All right, maybe 10 is good for all the delays, you know? Yeah. 10 seems all right. Change starting soon timer from 3 seconds to 10 seconds. We should have a 10-second countdown for the race to start. I think 3 seconds is not long enough for people to get ready, and it catches everyone off guard. 10 seconds to memorize the passage too. I'm gonna think about that. I don't like when people memorize the passage, man. All right. We got work to do, man. Remove accidental directory from right? What are you talking about, man? What? You should make it so that every user who joins contributes their disk to a peer-to-peer file sharing network. Yeah. While a user is typing mine crypto, man, that's how I'm gonna pay the bills, huh? Isn't that what Pirate Bay did? If you're on their homepage, it would just mine crypto in the background. Are you hosting Typeblaze on Vercel? I'm not. Wholesale internet, yeah. I have a dedicated server somewhere in Kansas. And I spend about $80 a month for that dedicated server. The wholesale alternative is No6. But I think they're the same company, man. I have a server from No6 that I've had since 2018 probably, that I should probably turn down. And I have a server from Wholesale Internet, and I think they're all in the same data center, man. So I think No6 is like a white label for Wholesale Internet, if I had to guess. I love my wholesale machines. Yeah, man, they're so awesome. They have so much power, and it's like a dang cell phone bill, you know? They're so cheap. The only thing I don't like is you don't get that much bandwidth. You only get 1 gigabit. I shouldn't say bandwidth. You get unlimited bandwidth, but you don't get such a high speed. So I think you'll cap out on bandwidth far before you cap out on power, unless you're running like CPU intensive things that don't require people connecting to your server all the time. For legal reasons, I'm making up all this information. Wait, what? That's why download speeds would vary so much? Wait. Oh, let's see. Actually, on Pirate Bay, most of the links are torrents, so the actual website was pretty much a list of links, and it was up to the users to see the files. Yeah, but I'm saying, when you were on the Pirate Bay website, it used to mine crypto in the background. One of the Pirate Bays, maybe like a fake Pirate Bay, I don't know. Is $80 cheap? $80 is cheap, man, for what you get. Hey, I've had a $80 dedicated server in my arsenal since 2012. and I've never not had a dedicated server available to me in the last 14 years, man. And I literally think of it as my cell phone bill. Like, yeah, my cell phone bill is $60 a month, but I'm not gonna cancel it, man, just because it's $60 a month. It's so useful to me. All right, maybe a dedicated server is not as useful as a cell phone to me, but maybe it is, because my cell phone doesn't directly bring me money, but my dedicated servers could potentially bring me a lot of money. Anyways, you don't have to get the $80 a month one, man. There are cheaper servers. Yeah, if you have some software worth hosting, or if you need some program to run on a dedicated server, it's probably making you money, man. Yeah, like, you don't need to get the crazy server. I got the crazy server just because I like to have a lot of random projects that don't have any users on them. But I'd say when I was freelancing, I'd use these servers a lot more. And at the peak of my freelancing career, I had about over 10 dedicated servers, about the same, about $50 a month for each one. I was paying for so many servers, man. And it was like, basically my full-time job was managing these servers without any actual server management knowledge, man. Host my site on GitHub. Yeah, you can get free tier, man. If you actually want free tier stuff, you can get that all day, man. But you're limited to like 1 core and like 1 gig of memory or something. But anyways, obviously you don't need a crazy powerhouse if you're not gonna use it. I don't even use mine to full potential yet. From my calculations also, this one server, I didn't do the calculations. I'm not gonna lie. I had Claude do the calculations. You wanna see? Let me find that one server I have. What would the equivalent of having a AWS Nano or Micro EC2 servers be to this one here? Like, how many? All right, let's see what they say. I think it's like having 200 Nano AWS things or something is like one of these, probably. 15 a month is big. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, Don't Defense. It's so cheap, man. And you get, like, yeah, maybe you don't get automatic backups and everything that you get with AWS. And you can't just press a button and spin up a server halfway across the world in another data center. But do you really need all that, man? All right, to get comparable power to my $180 a month server, you'll need 256 T3 Nanos or 128 T3 Micros to match that. How much does a micro nano cost? I wrote a Claude script to back up my important data to Dropbox. Hey, I was using Google Drive to back up some of my data. All right, so if we were to get the same power on AWS, it would be Like $1,000 a month, man. Or what? 256 times 3 times 4. That's pretty much $1,000 a month for this $80. That's how much power you're getting with these servers, man. So this is why I'm such a big fan of having your own dedicated server. You know, but I guess it doesn't scale as easily or as nicely and all that stuff. But man, if I have to scale from more than one or two of these servers, I'm making millions of dollars a year, man. And then I can probably just do whatever I want. You know, like one of these servers can literally handle millions of people, millions of users. Anyways, hey Q, enjoy the day at work, man. What's the power bill like? Hey, these are in a, you don't pay for power, you just pay monthly. The $80 a month includes your power and your bandwidth. Oh shit. Anyways, yeah, I have a dedicated co-location. AWS managed services are expensive if it makes sense at scale financially. Otherwise, manual maintenance is cheaper for sure, but not dynamic. Brian, not Hawaiian. What's happened? Yes, of course. Like, you don't get all the bells and whistles. But man, if you just need some raw power, I think this is the way. Just a dedicated server. Oh, this was in your basement? No, it's not in my basement, man. Anyways, we're doing more yapping and not vibe coding. I don't know what I'm doing again. So I have to make changes on the back end. I don't even know why I like review changes anymore. I guess it helps me kind of keep in the loop what's going on. Like, who knows what this did? I guess before it would just look for the first username or something. I don't know. I'm just merge everything. Save on cost by getting reserved instances. What you talking about? I don't know anything about AWS or hosting, man. I'm just a dude with a dedicated server. And we gotta do this one. I was on AWS for a bit when I was freelancing, and I had one EC2 server, and it ended up costing me like hundreds of dollars a month, man. And I kind of never went back, you know, because I had a fleet of the dedicateds that were like $50 each. AWS still charges me for a website I don't host on there anymore. Dang. That sucks. What do you mean they still charge you? How is that possible? Tempted to get my own since I've got 1 gig up and down. Tempted? Wait, what do you mean get your own? Like at home? Yeah, I got 3 gigs up and down or something like that at home. And I don't know if I want to host anything here though. So I just got here. Who hosts your servers? I get them from a place called Wholesale Internet. Yeah, I thought about actually buying a server rack or whatever you call them, and then just driving it to a co-location center and just hosting it there. But then it costs almost as much as just renting one of their servers, you know, like leasing a server. If I was a mod, I'd add all those things. Yeah, maybe. Can also just get half rack and run it from your basement or garage. Yeah, I don't know if I want to run it from home though. I really enjoy having my server at a data center. Yeah, I think I agree with don't defense there, but it also depends on the project that you're working on, man. Like there's too many power cuts and internet outages and things like that. But if it's just for some home projects or personal projects, I think maybe it's fine, right? Hard to get SLA for internet to a house, yeah. Clearly I'm not working on anything that's so critical it needs like 5.9 SLA and whatever, you know, but it's nice to have, I guess. Do you host movies on those servers like Plex or Jellyfin? No, I do not. But I have a Jellyfin server at home. You guys want to see my Jellyfin server? No. You guys don't want to see it. I don't know if I want to show you. Let me see. Can I show you guys my Jellyfin server, man? You guys want to see what I watch? Are we watching a movie? No, we're not. I'll show you my Jellyfin server. I only got movies and shows. I only got 523 movies. And it's alright. This is my home thing. Some of them need to be organized. Like, I don't know what these duplicates are. I thought you were actually showing the. This is my home server, man. I'm just showing the digital version. I watch everything on ActiveR.rs. Is that a bootleg site? Is it backed by Network NAS? Yeah, I have a NAS computer with how many? 36 terabytes? I don't even know, man. I have Unraid. Can I show you my Unraid? Is that gonna cause problems for me in the future? Here it is, Unraid, and it's on a 10 gigabit connection, network card connection. And I only have 36 terabytes. So I have 4 12 terabyte drives in there. And then I have one extra backup 12 terabytes. So I have 5 terabytes or 5 12 terabyte drives. 4 of them are in the machine and 1 is reserved for if something breaks. Thanks for sharing that site. It's crazy. It's cheaper there than it is for a VPS in some places. Yeah. That site is bumping. Wait, not the RS site. I don't know. But I use Unraid. I paid for Unraid. And then I have this for Jellyfin and all of my VODs, you know. I have a lot of VODs. Anyways, is today just a chill day, man? We're not even working. We're just talking about nonsense, huh? All right. Let's try and do something productive. So I just merged that fix. Clean up the work trees. Yeah, do that. What did this work on? Changes are ready. Make a new branch, commit all your changes, and make a new PR. Are you normally on at this time? No regular work today? I don't have a job anymore. So yeah, I'm normally on Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern time. And then I do algorithms on Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. But my schedule is, this should be accurate. And if I have to cancel any stream, I will cancel it on the website and you'll see. Like if I cancel this, oops. I'll like cancel events. And then when you go to my web page, oh shit, it doesn't work. I gotta fix that. I just cancel it for no reason. Anyways, what's the game you're working on? It's a typing game called Type Blazer. And you just type stuff. It's like a multiplayer typing game. This is single player version right now. I'm not about to type all that, man. Miss News, sorry, congrats. Hey, it's more of a congrats, I guess. I chose to leave, but I also got really lucky where as I decided to leave, my org also offered me a voluntary layoff. So I just got paid to leave. I got fired? Hey, maybe. Is laid off being fired? I think so. I got voluntarily fired. That's right. And hey, I heard Google is doing it again, man. They're trying to buy out everybody. I think the message, I read this in some article online. They were like, if anybody at this company doesn't feel 100% dedicated to this cause, we want to pay you to leave. I'm just paraphrasing it, but that was the vibe of the message. That's the same vibe that they sent to me when I chose to get laid off. Technically, yes, but if you got severance, it could be worth. Yeah, I got severance, man. I already spent all my severance, probably. I spent my severance on a new Mac Studio, moving into this house. I spent my severance on a new car. Not new, a really old car. I spent my severance on some other stuff. A 6-week vacation coming up in May. That's what I spent my severance on. Still don't own a car too. Hey, Steven Sagaball, man, you've been trying to buy a car for like a year, man. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going on a 6-week vacation starting in May. I'm going. I'm spending most of my time there with my family. Yeah. I was trying to go last year, but things didn't work out. What do you mean 6-week vacation? You're jobless? Well, a vacation away from where I live. When am I coming to Boston? Who knows? Nothing wrong with old car. Yeah, I've never had a new car. Never in my whole life. I'm balling. I'm not balling. I'm literally bleeding money every day right now. Every day, and I look at my bank account, it shrinks, man. Let me check. Oh, Jesus. It's shrinking some more, man. Show us your bank account? No, I'm good. What do you expect us viewers to do while you're on vacation? Hey, maybe I'll bring you with me. I don't know. Man, we gotta work on these bugs. It's Friday and I'm just joking around. Alright, 22 or 169 and 170. 168, 169, 170. Alright, look at the Type Blazer issues and do issue number 169. Japan Claw Machine stream? Hey, maybe. This trip I'm going on is going to be more focused on non-city life, I think. Even though we're going to be going to a lot of major cities, we're going to try and get in some green vibes, like nature and stuff, you know? So that means I want to hit up Fuji for sure. I want to go camping in Fuji. I want to go do a lot of other things. My company is doing a ton of offshoring and layoffs right now, but they are giving 1 year severance. That's ballin', man. Sometimes I feel like it would be nice to be paid to have a year off, but the job market is rough right now. I think it depends on what stage of life you're at, man. To just, if they're offering you severance, man, it would be hard for me to not take that. A whole year, and you can just go get a job if you want, anytime you want in that year. Or if you're afraid of not being able to find a job, I don't know what to tell you then. When you see a Pokemon card I bought, how much was it? And which Pokemon? Yeah, let me see. Nara? I go to Nara, but if you go to Kyushu, definitely my favorite region of Japan. Way more laid back. Where's Kyushu, man? I don't even know. Oh, yeah. It's in the Fukuoka. I'm going to Fukuoka, man. At least I plan to. You know what I'm telling my itinerary? Rural Japan can basically get a free home. Yeah, you can. But it comes with a lot of headaches, too. Yeah, Fukuoka is great. I'm going to go to... Alright, I'll just tell you a little bit. Because nothing is set in stone. But I'm going to Taiwan. Taiwan first. Pull up a Japan map. I don't know. Is this what we're doing today, man? This is how Fridays in the office are, to be honest. It's just a bunch of joking around. Nobody's actually working. I don't even know where. Can I show you this map? Wait, where's my chat? Jesus. Taiwan ain't Japan. Yeah, Taiwan ain't. So, I'm going to Taiwan because I'm afraid if I don't go soon, I might never get to see Taiwan in its current state, if you know what I'm saying, man. Maybe I got like 1 or 2 more years left to go see Taiwan. It would be like going to visit Ukraine in like 10 years ago. So that's why I need to go to Taiwan if I'm going that side of the world. And then I'm going to Korea. I'm going to Korea for a few days. Is Taiwan disappearing? Who knows, man? I want to go into Korea for like a week or so. And I'm trying to go somewhere. I'm trying to go to Jeju. I am going to Jeju. My wife wants to go to Jeju, but I also want to go. Jeju Island. Forget all that other stuff in Korea, man. I'm going straight to Jeju. Have you visited Singapore? I have not. Taiwan's going to be renamed China. Chaiwan soon. Yeah, maybe. And then I'll spend most of the 6 weeks in Japan. Probably gonna fly from Jeju to like Fukuoka and start in Fukuoka. Do Japan cat type Blazer Island? What about North Korea? Man, I don't know if I want to go to North Korea, man. Some people really want to go there. I'm not one of them. But I would like to explore Japan, like outside of the cities. Probably stay in Osaka for a while though, because I used to live there and have friends and family there. But I also want to spend time around Fuji and like just camping or whatever. And then I'm ending in Tokyo. Probably spend like a couple days there. I don't really care too much about Tokyo, but I'll go see it. Anyways, those are my plans, and it's gonna be in a few months. Japan full of samurai now. Not in 2026. All right, let's get some of these PRs merged and see if anything fixed, man. Man, I should have tested this one. Let me ask it. What can I do to make sure this works? Is there any Supabase SQL stuff I gotta run in the dashboard? Test in product. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna test in production. You're supposed to look at my Pokemon. Hey, you didn't send your Pokemon, man. Where's the Pokemon at? Oh, I see. Mega Charizard? You bought this? How much do you pay for it? Do you pay $2,000 or $500? $700. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to sell it in the future or something? Or what? I mean, based on this, 700 seems like a good price. Is this you? Hope it goes up. Yeah, hope so for you, man. Munch up all the bento boxes and beef curry bowls when in Japan. Yeah, I'm gonna eat so much dang 7-Eleven food probably, or Lawson, or wherever. What's the things? There's Family Mart, Lawson. What was this bug doing? Spectator. Wait. 169. This one was email sign up. This one was clean. So let me do 170. Look at Typeblazer issues on GitHub and do 170. Alright, so it says I should try to sign up on type. Oh, I didn't push the changes. I'll accumulate some more changes and push all of them, and we can batch test. Alright, clean up your work trees, please. Wait, should I clean up the work trees? I should merge the PRs first. Oh, not this one isn't ready to be merged yet. Did I merge it? Yeah, I did merge it. Alright, this one made a plan for 169. Alright, implement. And then we can clean up these work trees. I got it off TCG Player, which doesn't show there. Did you bought it for 700 and then what, do they ship it to you, man? Or you go meet up in person? Or is it like a digital version or something? I don't know anything about collecting Pokemon cards, but I do know that I used to have a holographic Gyarados back in 2007, and I'm not sure where it's at, man. They ship it. I'm concerned they won't require a signature. At 700, they should require a signature. Hey, if they don't have no signature, man, just call them up and be like, yo, I never got it. No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's called fraud, and it's illegal. And you go straight to jail. We have a Ash Ketchum in the house. Hey, aren't we all though? Everybody loves Pokemon. Rocky88, what's happening? All mine got stolen. Had a bunch of good ones. How do they get stolen, man? Somebody jumped you and robbed you, or like somebody broke into your house and stole all your stuff? Or you left them in your backpack in your car in the Bay Area and somebody smashed your window and took your backpack? Took them to school in middle school. Dang. Middle school. Talking about middle school got robbed. Sorry to hear that, Rocky88. Do you remember what cards he had that got stolen? I wonder if you'd have been rich. Maybe you'd have been a millionaire by now if you had kept them. I think I gave all my Pokemon cards to my younger brother. And then who knows what he did with them. Oh shit, we should test the championship race, man. I've been talking nonsense this whole stream and we forgot to test the most important feature, the championship race. I should set a timer for something. 11-minute timer. Okay. Just working on vibe coding, man. I should really just also accept everything, huh? Like, why do I even press the button that says continue? I don't even check. I don't even check. I keep my eye on it, but that's it. Other 3 work trees. No, don't work. Don't clean those up. Should I just exit Claude and start over? It looks like there's a new update and I haven't restarted it. Because look, this one is running 2.1.41 or 41. This one is on 3.9. The continue buttons ruin the vibe. Just enable auto edits. It's not even about just the auto editing. It's always asking me to run some commands. I'm like, should I just let it run everything, you know? Hey, it never updated. What the hell? But it shows 2.141 there. So maybe it did. No YOLO. Wait, no YOLO as in I should not do the YOLO? Alright. Which other issues? There's a pull request. 168. Alright, look at Type Blazer issues and do number 168. Alright. Push your commits and make a PR for each of those repos and I'll review and merge them. Do you think Pokemons are inspired more by extinct animals or aliens or just super power thingy? What? Super power thingy? I think Pokemons are inspired by real animals. Mostly. And everything, man. Real animals. I don't know about aliens. Maybe Mew is an alien or something. No, Mew is made in the labs, right? They don't have any alien Pokemons, man. They just have real animals and extinct animals, like dinosaurs or whatever. Mew's a cat? Yeah, but like a science cat, right? I don't know actually what the hell Mew is. Mewtwo is the lab one, but what the hell is Mew? Where did Mew come from? Have you seen Bubble Mew? No. I don't know what Bubble Mew is. What is a Bubble Mew? Bubble Mew? What does this do? Kinda want that card. Hey, do you battle with your Pokemon cards, man? Or do you just collect them? Do you go meet up with other Poke trainers or something? I don't even know how to play. Yeah, I don't even know how to play either. Some Pokemons have plasticky-like structure on them, like artificial. Like which one? You can't say some. There's like thousands, man. You gotta name specifics. Do people even play with them? Yeah, when I was a kid, I used to battle my friends, I guess. But that was like the height of Pokemon craze, maybe. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if the 90s were peak Pokemon. Because Pokemon's still going strong, man. It's peak Pokemon for me because that's when I grew up with Pokemon, you know? All right. I'm 10 years younger than you. I was a kid, early 2000s. 37, and I think peak Pokemon cards was around 5th grade. Well, not peak. Yeah. A Rocky 88. Me and you are probably very similar in age, man. I said I have a box of cards from that era. Should go through. Hey, Hasp, you gotta go through them right now. This weekend. And hey, you know what you should do, Hasp? I don't like when people tell me what to do, but I'm gonna tell you what to do, man. You should lay out all your cards on the floor. Take a picture of them. And then upload it to AI or whatever and say, hey, tell me the value of every single card in this picture. And then tell me how rich you are after you do that, man. Yeah, it's a good idea. That's what I think too, man. Yeah, and then you can sell them to Steven Sagiball. Rich. That's how you can come up. It's Pokemon's 30th anniversary. Dang. Remalem. Welcome, welcome. I didn't know that. Are you sure? 30 years? What year is it? Came out in 1996? Dang. I guess it did, huh? Did Steve get fired yet? Last time he was stuck with his native code. Oh, yeah. Steven Sagiball, how's work going for you? Did you figure out your situation? Did you go heads down and just coded everything up and everything worked? Or were you able to somehow resolve it otherwise? All right, let's merge these dang PRs. And then maybe... Oh, we got championship race coming real soon. We can do the championship race. And then I'll put up the new version. I'm gonna get the X? Nah, for real? You can't be saying that. I'm joking. That's pretty stressful if you know it's coming. Oh, I gotta merge this one. Wait, they've already started all the marketing for it? Dang. Oh, snap. That's crazy. 30 years. Portnoy, how are you doing? So many agents working. I only got 3 working, and most of them are not doing anything. Apparently I have a vitamin D deficiency. That's because you're out there in wherever you are. I know where you are. I don't want to dox you though. You're in a cloudy ass city. That's why. All right. How many things did we just do? I don't even know. Did I close those bugs? $170. Yeah, it looks like it did close those bugs. All right, clean up those work trees. You're on Mac now using Conductor. Not yet, not yet. It's on the list of long list of things I gotta do. All right, create a PR. And of course, a new branch. All right, work trees removed. Nothing else to do for this agent except I'm gonna restart Claude because it's running an old version. Now it's running the new version. All right. Create a memory MD. It's crazy. Which other issues? I think it's doing 168. I need to tell these agents to like assign the bug when they start working on it. Hey, I've tried Codex also. Should I try Codex right now to do? Nah, maybe I'll do it another time. All right, let's look at Type Blazor GitHub issues number 165. It's the text box. This is a very loose idea, so we have to come up with a concrete plan on how to implement this and what you need to brainstorm with me on doing this. Wait, Codex is pretty badass. Yeah, I've been using it a little bit. What is these noises? That sound is like that noise. That's Willow. That's when I'm talking. Microphone check. That's that noise. Should I take those noises? Are those tripping everybody out? Yeah, I can mute them. It's a little annoying. I don't even really need them, man. All right, my bad, my bad. All right, let me try now. All right, there you go. No more noise. Codex supposedly has a pretty nice new app. I have it. I've been working on it, but I made it work on some bugs to see if it, you know, could do things, and it seems like it's working all right, man. All right, PR created. I think this is gonna work. Should we peek? I like to peek, man, even though I don't know what I'm looking at. Alright, so I guess as soon as you do a mismatch, they hit you with is correct. And if it's not correct, everything you type is red. LGTM, man, looks good to me. That Ultra working all right? Hey, I guess the Ultra is all right. Codex is Terabyte toolchain. I don't know what that means. I'm using 5.3 extra high. I like my LLMs extra high, man. All right, I think I've pushed a lot of changes to my thing. Hey, shit. My timer didn't go off. It's Type Blazor Championship race time, man. I'm late to my own race. In 10 seconds it starts. All right, come on. Anybody, championship race. But you have to have an account, so I don't know who has an account. I'm gonna just race by myself since I forgot. Easy championship win for me. You have to give us a heads up. Hey, it's every hour on the hour. I just forgot, man. But a championship race, I'm going to be trying to remember this for the rest of the weekend. So every waking hour, I'm going to set an alarm right now. Every hour go off like 3 minutes before, and then I'll do a type racer. Where is my grammarless model? What are you talking about? Oh, the dictionary mode. Yeah. It's coming soon, man. Chill. What am I doing? I set this alarm. Can do just every repeating alarm. I'll just set the next one for now. Alright, I have an alarm set for the next championship race. But things are not working too great, man. But they're not broken, I'd say. I only did one championship race yesterday, and then I forgot about it, and then I did like the first one today. Now at least the times look right. I'm happy about that, I guess. But Friday doesn't start at 8 p.m. Let me just document this bug. Let me take a picture of it. Typeblazer issues, new issue. How do I copy, paste? What's the issue? Leaderboard's date don't line up with the times it shows. Hey, I just hit my weekly limit on Willow, man. They're gonna make me... Hey, do I have to rotate my voice apps from Willow to Whisper to other ones and hit the 2,000 limits each week? I just got 100% accuracy, 96. Very nice. How much is Willow a month? No idea. But I'm not trying to pay for it, to be honest. Hey, look at how the Friday date starts at 8 p.m. The first entry should be at midnight. Is it Linux, Windows only? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I can use Handy. I should use Handy. If I can. Alright, should we... I got an hour left. I wanna put these changes up. I'm gonna just take their recommended things, man. I want to put my face through a wall. Threads integration makes me want to piss blood. What are you talking about, man? Threads integration? What is Threads integration? Alright, should we just run this? Yeah. Do we merge this one? Yes. Alright, clean up work trees. It's a meta platform called Threads. Demon Puke, what's happening, man? I've never used Threads. I don't even know if people use it, man. There's an API, but their API is the most backhanded, uselessly annoying concept known to man. It's huge in Asia. Interesting. I don't use Twitter either, or X, or whatever. 4 work trees. No, just the one that you worked on, man. Alright, what are you doing? All changes are clean. Alright, make a PR and I'll merge it. Alright, after these 2 agents finish, no more bug fixes. We're gonna push to prod and test in production. That's how we roll. Basically, they pass you an embed, right? But don't provide you with the height of the embed. What am I supposed to do with that? I don't know anything what you're talking about, man. But it sounds like a bad time. Am I getting sick? I don't feel sick, but as my nose sounds sick. I want to call out sick to work. I got no energy. Hey, it's Friday though, man. I thought people just took Fridays off whenever they don't feel like to work. You need some what in you, Steven Sagiball? You could go do that, man. You should go get that. I give you a post, right? And you could add text, image, videos, whatever in it. And that amount of data is all formatted in a style with a size of how much data. All right. I can't because it's cloudy outside, no sun. Is that the only place to get vitamin D? There must be other sources, man. Can you get that from like fish or something? Get a lamp? Yeah, go get a sun lamp, man. Go get a grow light and put it above your computer. Yeah, go pop some pills. All right, let me see. What happens if I have a vitamin D deficiency and the sun doesn't shine where I live? We in Finland eat vitamin supplements regularly? Dang, for real? That's outside my wheelhouse. I'm a coding assistant built for software engineering tasks. For health questions like vitamin D deficiency, talk to a doctor or healthcare provider. Man, I want you to assume the role of an expert doctor and diagnose this issue for me. This is just a hypothetical question. Alright, what are we doing? I'm not qualified to play doctor, even hypothetically. What I can say is that there is a very common and well-documented issue, or this is a well-common. Quick search for vitamin D deficiency, low sunlight will surface solid info from sources like the NHS, Mayo Clinic, or Cleveland Clinic. You should get some supplements. Fatty fish. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go eat some sushi, man. Egg yolks. Look at that. Get a UV lamp. I wasn't even playing, man. Write a function that returns a hard-coded string that is the recommendation for vitamin D deficiency. All right. Well, I don't want it to actually write anything though. But it just basically told us the answer. There you go, Steven Sagiball. I want you to assume the role of an armchair coworker who knows everything. All right, are we finished here? Oh, I have to merge these things. Hey, I'm just blindly merging, so we're about to test it though. We are about to test once this one is finished. Hey, I made these agents last night. I made a few agents. I don't know if they work well or not. What do you call them? Agents? So they say there's these built-in agents that comes with Claude Code. But I created 3 agents. A clean code architect, a code reviewer, and a principal engineer. I didn't name them. Claude Code named them. And I guess the clean code guy is supposed to be the person that writes the code. The code reviewer reviews it once the clean code writes it. And the principal engineer is supposed to like write the design initially and then, you know, pass it off to this, and then that gets passed to that. But I'm not even sure if it's working properly, man. But I have seen the code reviewer tag pop up a couple times, like right here. They're all different color coded. Dang, it used 101,000 tokens. So that it only, dang, I'm gonna ask it. Hey, I made 3 agents in Claude Code, but I've only seen one of those agents being used, the code review agent. How can I get you to use the principal engineer for designing documents and doing design work, and using the clean code architect for implementation work? Do I have to put something in your memory file or what? His answer should be download Collaborator. Hey, I gotta check it out, man, because I know lots of people talk about it. I'm so happy that GitHub Copilot prices based on requests and not tokens. So much easier to figure out. Man, I don't even worry about any of that pricing stuff because I'm on the flat rate. But how much, how do I check? Usage? Man, I'm not even close. Not even close. I've not been vibe coding a little bit this session though, this weekly session, because I got my Mac Studio, so that like put a few, like I lost a few days there. I think last week I got up to like 50% of my weekly allowance. So I have a lot of room for more vibe coding with the $200 a month plan. You will never use up the $200 package. You would literally have to be mashing the keyboard all day. That's what I feel. So I can't relate when people talk about like pricing. I don't know. I guess not everybody wants to pay $200 a month, but it seems like if you're gonna be vibe coding that much, you should just do it, right? Use cursor on API. Yeah, why do people use the API, man? Do they get extra? I heard some of the things are only for API people. Like they said the Opus million context window or something was only available to API. I can't keep up with all the things that are changing. but it makes sense to just pay a flat rate. Anyways, I think we're done. Commit your changes to a new branch and make a PR. Because they are cheap and trying to avoid paying. But you gotta pay for the API, man, and the API thing is expensive. Called absolutely losing huge amounts on the money of the 200, but they're doing it for capture. Hey, I don't know if that's absolutely true. I guess we can both only speculate. But I would imagine, yes, they lose a lot of money on a very few selected amounts of people on the $200 plan. But maybe for the majority, or however, maybe like they actually make a lot of money because they don't even use it that much. You know, use the API for 1 year and tell me. I mean, I know how much the API costs, man, but maybe for how many people just pay for the 200 a month because it's such a great deal and they don't utilize it, it probably like balances out, is what I'm saying. But who knows? I don't have access to their financial data or even their usage numbers or how many people do whatever, you know. What is this doing? Restore? Wait, what was that tool you could run? CC usage? $4. What the hell? That ain't right, man. I've done a lot more work than $4 worth, that's for sure. All right, this one is ready. All right, that's enough bug fixes for this session. Let's see if they actually fix the bugs. I highly doubt that. I think they are running on investments and they got another 30 billion today. The amount of data they get from all us monkeys tapping into and all these projects. Hey, maybe. I mean, I feel it's such a great deal, man. It's like, it can't last forever, you know? I think this is a very special moment for vibe coding. Did I merge this? Yes. All right, clean up your work trees. Close that. Nothing going on. Let's talk about vitamin D deficiency. Do you think AI could predict a Pokemon card's grade? I think so. If it had really high resolution pictures and close-ups of everything, I don't see why it wouldn't be able to grade it. You know? But I don't know anything. I guess it can't spot a fake maybe that well. Or maybe if it had good training data on what all the fake cards look like and all the things on real cards, I don't see why it couldn't. What was the model of the mic? Sennheiser something? It was MKH416. You cannot, because of reflections, you would need an incredibly high quality camera, which would defeat the point of an app. I don't know. I wouldn't be so quick to say it would be impossible for a AI to grade a card. It doesn't seem like a crazy job, but I don't grade cards. I don't know what goes into grading a card. I mean, if you have a card worth grading, maybe it makes sense to get some high quality pictures of it if you're trying to sell it or whatever, you know. And so I don't know how much it costs to grade, like pay somebody to grade it, but you know, like a business. Yeah, I have a nice camera, but I'm not trying to grade your Pokemon cards, man. All right, we're all done here. Let me just build the new version and push it and then see what changed. How do I build a new version? Yeah, I think right now there are so many apps that can be built, programs, software, whatever. There's so many missing in this world. And you can just go build them now, man, with like a fraction of the effort that was needed in the past. Or at least you can try to build them. All right, should we just do this? Oh, it's not Midnight Simon. Honestly, the app idea was always a hard part for me. I could always make apps. Yeah, you could always make them, but it also is probably a lot more effort to make than like 5 years ago to make an app. A lot more effort than today. Why couldn't you use a scanner? Yeah, you could probably. I don't know anything about Pokemon cards, man. An interesting thing, I researched that publicly available LLM training datasets have most stuff on C++, C, Python, Java, JavaScript, and TypeScript. So if you're looking to vibe code, perhaps use those texts for better results. Vibe coding, Go. Yeah, I guess those languages are just like the most popular languages, you know. Isn't it ironic Stack Overflow killed itself by letting LLMs train on it? I guess so. But maybe... Alright, I'm not too well versed in the history of Stack Overflow. And I'm sure whatever they did, it was inevitable with AI coming out. But maybe they were already going down even without AI. I don't know. Because I hear like posting on Stack Overflow, people are very not nice to you. They're like, oh, you asked this question, it answered 12 years ago. Search. Like, shut up, man. Maybe times have changed, you know? But everyone was all about like hating on the newbies on that website. So it's just, I don't know, man. I used to look on Stack Overflow a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I was under the impression it was slowly in decline before LLM 2. Yeah, that's what I think LLMs accelerated that, but you never know. Considering their strict rules, wouldn't surprise me if they were doing it for AI. Wait, what just happened? Nothing happened, man. Oh, shit. I rebuilt the right thing? Yeah, I rebuilt the right thing, but it didn't pull anything. Oh, I didn't upload. Nah. It didn't upload. It just rebuilt. So let me manually go upload these things, man. How the hell? I thought it would just do it. No, it says it built successfully. Oh, I know why. I know why. Silly stuff, man. I gotta pull these new changes in. Make sure everybody's on main. Wait, let me just make sure I have lots of cleaning up to do. These are all junk. Just these. Rebuild. All right. I'm getting hungry, man. 30 more minutes. Did it finish? Finished. Is it gonna work? Let's see. Is it gonna work? I'm not sure if it's working. It's doing something though. Oh, there we go, there we go. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Something actually being pulled. All right, let's see these dang changes, if anything changed. I don't even know what we changed, man. What? Oh, we changed the input thing. Let me see if that works. Show input. I don't know if this is what we wanted. Who is peeing in your background? Yeah. Don't worry about that, man. Alright, you guys want to try? Who's here? You want to try a multiplayer race to see if this thing works? Let's see how they change the leaderboards or whatever. Do you get that asked that at least once every day? Yeah, kind of. Peter Panis. What's happening? Welcome. It's a strong flow. That's right. Alright, let's do this. Who keeps joining and leaving, man? Just the two of us. Hey, they didn't change it, man. Oh, the guest is watching. Interesting. That works. A little bit. So this text thing is a little bit whack. We should work on that a bit more. I think... Alright, I'm not gonna probably work on things too much for the rest of this stream, but I will work on it offline. I think there's a lot of like small issues. And then I don't get to see my details in the multiplayer. Oh, there it is. Is the leaderboards good? Maybe. At least this one is. Oh, there's a play again button. I'm just gonna keep doing it and see what's up. I'm not sure about this text box here. Let's see if we can work on that just a little bit, man. Should I make an issue for that? Alright, so there's this text box toggle that we can do to see what we're actually typing. Let's do some modifications to that. Right now, it shows everything that you've ever typed. Maybe we can change it to show only the last or the current word that you're on, if there are no mistakes. So if there's a mistake, the text box should show the word that you made that mistake in, along with everything else that you've typed since that word. If there's no mistake, the text box should show only the current word that you are typing. $178. Before I start working on that issue though, I'm gonna say we gotta clean up these dang things. Clean up the work trees except for the ones that have not been merged. The rolling deploy has not been merged. Man. Is that all of them? Are there any more work trees out there? I don't think. I guess spectator joins. Man, there's one called spectator joins. Why are you lying to me, man? Yes. All right, clean up all those work trees. Now it's looking. We only got the rolling deploys, which I have yet to merge. And then everything else should be all right. So now we can, all right, look at GitHub issues for TypeBlazer and work on number 178. 178? Yeah. Brainstorm and think really hard and make sure you get this right. Wait, I asked it about the agents thing, yeah. Make sure you use the principal engineer for the design work stuff, and then after, make sure in the plan you tell it to use the clean code architect agent for implementation work. And once you implement it, then pull out the code reviewer agent for reviewing the code. jeez. Very hungry, man. So these other agents aren't doing anything. Maybe I'll shut them down. Oh. Can I just close? Yeah. Try giving commands in bullets or numbered points so that AI agents won't miss. I'll try that one day. What's happened? Sharia Shran Shada Shekar. What's up? Yeah, I usually just talk to it and I tell it figures out what I say. I haven't had any issues with it not knowing what I'm saying because I just say like one sentence to it, you know, or two, maybe two sentences. I'm just gonna watch it, I guess. It's Shiraz. Sorry, I was butchering the name. I'm an AI developer. Interesting. What do you mean an AI developer? Like you work on the LLMs? Or what? Do you work on... Are you at Anthropic? They are an AI? Hey, maybe. Oh, they are an AI developer. They are the AI. Hey, that would be crazy if AI starts watching YouTube or Twitch. Alright, should we just let this thing work and we just chill and we wait until then? Alright, mostly on prompt engineering the models for better and personalized responses. Interesting. I didn't know there was like professional prompt engineers out there. So what are some besides the bullet points or numbered points, what are some other things that you think make big difference in how you prompt? Of course, you should be as detailed as possible or whatever, but are there any like non-obvious tricks that you've picked up along the way? Currently work for a private firm, so these models are nothing but mathematical statistical models. I see. I don't know what that means, but interesting. How do you get a job being a prompt engineer? Is it like a specific job that you applied for that says hiring prompt engineers, apply now? Or were you already at the company and you just kind of moved into this prompt engineering role? You know? All right, let's see. They have the plan. Should we look at the plan? No mistakes. Has mistakes. Whatever. Let's do it. Looks good to me. All right, here's another question for you from Patty Bills on Twitch. What do prompt engineering resumes look like? They have like Claude, Minimax. Yeah, just listen all the AIs. Yeah. I can write a mean agents.md. Yeah, I wonder what it looks like, man. Professional prompt engineer, 10 years experience prompting. Or something. I don't know. Oh, it's using the code architect now. I'm the one who prompts. Wait, what? That's on the resume. Yes, we're all prompt engineers in some ways these days. Can build complete social media app in 3 prompts. Yeah. Reduce number of prompts needed to successfully build app from 99% or something like that. Increased prompt word per token efficiency tenfold. So, all right, here's a serious answer. There are firms offering jobs for prompt engineers. Resumes look like more fine-tuning models, open source dedications, building models. Sounds like real work. We don't even call them prompts. We call them prompts. My consistent prompt is be concise without sacrificing detail. Another dev put me onto that prompt. Interesting. I don't know if I have any good prompts that I use. Yeah, the best prompts that I use all the time is look at the GitHub issues and do issue number blank. And don't forget to follow the workflow. Make a new Git work tree. That's what I tell it. But I have the workflow thing in like the memory.md. That's literally the only prompt I've been given in the last couple weeks, man. I just tell it, look at the issues and pick one. And then brainstorm on it, you know, and then ask me for clarifying questions. I also like to tell the AIs to do that. Don't just make a decision or assume that this is the best decision. You should always like double check with me and ask me or present me with the options and I'll decide, you know. So I try to get the AI to prompt me instead of me prompting the AI all the time, man. But I'm no professional prompt engineer. I'm just a guy who prompts sometimes. I'm just a part-time prompter. Well, full-time maybe. Over the time, what I have learned is that we need as short as we can. Bigger the query, AI gets confused on focusing what exactly to do and the workflow. Yeah, that's why I try to break down everything into issues on GitHub and then just point it to an issue. Like one isolated issue that it can focus on. And then I just have the AI work on that alone and not try to like fix everything, you know. But I don't know if I'm having any success because I still haven't gotten to the point where I want the app to be. Leak code for prompts when? Hey, I think there is a AI vibe coding leak code thing where they give you something that you gotta solve and they see who can do it in the least amount of tokens. Somebody was telling me about that, but I don't remember what the name of it is. Maybe somebody knows. Leet code vibe coding site. I can't even find it. Vibe rank. Who knows? Not sure. If you remove the space from your prompt, does that turn it into one token? Hey, I don't even know what the hell a token is, man. What is a token? It's like 5 characters or something, I think I've heard before, but I don't really actually know what a token is. A token is a fundamental unit of data that is processed by algorithms. All right. Who knows? Apa, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. All right, the brand. All right, push your changes into a new branch and make a PR. Hey, should I just test it in production, man? Because that's what I've been doing. I have a suggestion. You can vibe code as much as you can. You can be even more efficient by creating a MCP server for yourself. What does that mean? Create an MCP server for yourself. Not sure. I mean, like, get a dang, what is it called? Tesla brain implant thing. Right here, and then make an MCP server and hook it up to Claude. and then I can have the vibe coding AI vibe code me, vibe coding it. I don't. Anyways. Technically, removing spaces might cost more tokens because sometimes multiple words are one token and no spaces may bypass tokenizer optimization. Wait, MCP server acts like your personal assistant who knows your job. I'm confused what you mean by create an MCP server for myself. What would this MCP server look like? Like, so the AI would talk to this MCP server, and then what? Are you saying the AI uses MCP server to do my job? Like, what I tell it to do this thing or do that thing? I'm not following, to be honest. Is an MCP server a fancy way of saying a server with a catalog of custom instructions for specific stuff? Yeah, I don't know. I guess MCP servers, who knows, man? Just a way for documentation the AI understands. Anyone else find Cursor a lot better than Claude Code? I haven't used Cursor in a long time, so I'm not sure. Wait. Strong scare quotes on tokenizer optimization because I don't know anything about what you're talking about, Fluffy, but I trust you. All right, here we go, man. I'm just gonna merge this. I think I just did. No, I merged it now. MCP equal model context protocol. Yeah, I mean, I think we know what it means. Glam Shatterskull, welcome to the party. But I'm not sure like what it actually means. You know what I'm saying? From my understanding, it's just something that the AIs can interact with, and it will tell it how to use that service or that tool, right? Well, that sounds, I guess, a lot like just documentation in some ways. I'm not sure if it has anything specific that documentation doesn't have or whatever, or if it's just a terminology that we use in this space, you know. All right, so that's merged. I'm just going to rebuild and launch. Assume you take an API from a particular AI platform, say Claude or OpenAI. You use that API and train it with your day-to-day activities, the kind of project you are into, the commands you use. So more of automation, less of human intervention. Do you have any more information on this? Like, are there people, I assume you've done this. Can you tell me, like, how it has improved your workflow? And give me some examples of, like, what you can do with it that makes it so powerful. I think I understand what you're saying, but I just want to hear a little bit more, you know? It's like documentation, but agents are encouraged to actually call the MCP rather than point the user to it in a response to a prompt. Interesting, but it all boils down to you insert a set of tokens, you get a set of tokens as output. The quality of the output is somewhat related to the input. But that's what all these tools do in the end, inject stuff with input in some way or the other. I'm a guy who likes being simple. I mean, I think things are just moving so fast. Everybody's off exploring their own paths right now. And we're all just trying to figure out how to use this new technology, man. And it's very interesting and fun. All right, did we rebuild? Let me just relaunch this thing and see how it's gonna look now. All right, I gotta go real soon anyways. It's Friday. Means people chilling today. Once we created all the UI components and storybook, we trained the MCP server with this. Then we just gave the Figma design to the MPC server and it gave back full-fledged working websites. Interesting. I don't even know what you're talking about, man. Like, what do you mean you train the MCP server? Maybe my P brain is just not following, man. This is like some high-tech stuff for me. Hey, it didn't pull anything. Oh shit, same problem. I gotta fetch. So it says creating your own custom MCP server for yourself. I don't know. I want to research on whatever you're talking about, though. if you think it's like game changer or something. All right, did this work? It didn't pull anything new, so I'm unsure. Did I click that button, man? Oh, maybe I was waiting for this to build. All right. It's almost lunchtime. I don't know what to eat, man. I don't know what's going on here either. Here we go. All right, let's see if it changed anything. I just ate lunch for breakfast. Had some Loco Moco. What the heck is a Loco Moco, man? This kind of works. I'm impressed, man. I tried to do this a year ago, almost a year ago, last summer, maybe 8. Oh shit. Oh, that is the championship server race alarm. So I'm gonna do another one. But anyways, I tried to do this feature last summer and it struggled big time, man. I tried to use ChatGPT, I tried to use Claude, and it really struggled to get this feature in, and I just gave up. But now, 8 months later, it seems like it just one-shotted it or something. But I think there's still work to do, but it seems like it's working nicely. All right, Type Racer Championship is open. So this whole website I'm vibe coding, it is called TypeBlazer. Uh-oh, I can't connect to the lobby, man. It's not making me connect. Champ race time, hey. Let me log out and log into another account, man. Oh, I can't connect. Can you connect? All right, we got... All right, let's document that bug. I'll work on it, man. What a shitty website. Vibe coding products are all bug filled. Vibe coding stuff doesn't produce any results. All right, there's a bug in the championship race where I can't join. I just did the previous championship race at noon, and now I'm trying to do the 1 p.m. championship race, and I cannot join the lobby. Maybe there's some bug where the lobby doesn't get closed properly or something, man. Like, I can't rejoin, and neither can somebody else who didn't race in the last race. I also tried a different account to join the championship race, and I was unable to do that as well, to like join the lobby. The lobby says it is open though. All right, what is number 180? I'm gonna do that later on though, because I gotta go real soon. Unfortunately, the 1 p.m. championship race is gonna have to wait until tomorrow. So big work in progress, man. And then we gotta fix these times and stuff. And I'm gonna clear out all the data. So all the races that you guys been doing, if you're doing any, don't get too attached to the results. I'm gonna do 1. I need more passages as well. typed this passage at least 10 times. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. It's time for me to get on out of here. I gotta go raid somebody. Who's it gonna be? Vibe coders. Should we go hit coding with strangers? I think we can. Or is he vibe coding today? Is he just chilling? I think he's just chilling, man. Co-working. No? Alright, let's just go raid him. I don't know who else to raid.
Jeez.
Alright, everybody. Well, it's been fun. Had a good time. I think we made a lot of progress today, a little bit. We found some critical bugs. We worked on some of those bugs. We fixed some of them, it seems like. So we're a little bit closer to having TypeRacer be stable, or TypeBlazer be stable. Anyways, I'll be on tomorrow. I'm not vibe coding tomorrow, but tomorrow I'll be doing LeetCode algorithm stream. I probably won't take the contest, but I will still stream to like do some practice. And then I guess that's it. I'll see y'all tomorrow or on Monday, whenever. See you later. Hasp, thank you very much for tuning in, man. I'll see you next time. Sergeant Pepper, adios, amigo. Wait, white rice with meat? Dang, that sounds good. Should I try some of that? Glam Shatter Skull, have a good night. Fluffy, see you later. Rocco Codes and Rocky88, see you next time. Patty Bills, J Lem 03, have a good day. Peter Penis, see you next time. Steven Saggyball, don't defense. Everybody who's lurking, see you later. And everyone on YouTube, Shreya, thank you for all the tips, man. Good luck on your Friday.